Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic. Today is a very special day because today is the day that we hit level 40. And today is also the day that we can get our mount. I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me both on this character and through this series. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate all the help, whether it's just a view or a like or a comment, and all those who group with me in a game to do dungeons and everything else you guys have done for me. Thank you so much. You are the reason why I'm here today in this playthrough. It's been so enjoyable. So now finally we can get our mount. This is going to be the first mount that I've acquired in over a year of playing Classic. It'll be our first character who gets their mount, so I'm pretty excited. Most of you will recognize where we are at. If you don't know where we're at, we are at the East Vale logging camp in Elwyn Forest. This is where humans can get their mount and train their riding skill. We have the gold to do this, and we are more than ready. The training doesn't cost that much, only 18 gold. It's the mounts that cost the most.
Looking for something specific?
We have three choices here, and I'll show you guys.
See you later.
We have the Pinto. We have the brown horse. And nestled inside of the stable, we have the chestnut mare. The others are the epic mounts, the faster mounts that you can get at level 60. I don't know why their eyes glow. It's kind of strange.
I supply only the finest goods.
I'm going to go with the Pinto. 72 gold, and then the 18 for training.
Safe travels.
Please bind it to us. Bind it to us forever. And here we are. This is what it's all about. This is going to make the rest of our play experience so much better. We can now move 60% faster than we have before. So very excited for this. It feels really good to be on a mount. Finally, at long last, just to be on a mount. We are going to cut back over to Stranglethorn now. We have a few quests that we're going to knock out there, and it's going to be faster. Everything is going to be faster from here on out. I can't explain how momentous this is to me personally, and basically to anybody who gets to this point in a classic playthrough. By the time you get your mount, you are more than ready for your mount. You are more than ready to move through Stranglethorn Vale a little bit faster than before. So we are going to head back to Stranglethorn. We're going to take on Venture Company Mining. And I will see you guys back there. Alright, so here we are. We are just to the west over the mountains from the ruins of Zelmamwe and northwest of the Crystal Vein Mine. Now, I'd originally thought that these guys were inside the Crystal Vein Mine, but that's not the case. They're actually over here on the side of the mountain. If you go into the Crystal Vein Mine, what you're going to find instead are a bunch of basilisks that are level 44 to 45. And they actually kicked the crap out of me when I went over there to explore the cave to make sure the goblins weren't hiding inside of it. Spoiler alert, they're not. They're over here. And no surprise, they're huge fans of running away. And there's probably lots of them tucked into places we can't quite see, so I'm going to come up here. If we can come up here. Yeah, see, we're in combat with something. Here we go. I think the plan is to pull these guys way back as far as we can. So that when they do run, we have some chance of stopping them before they get to help. Yeah, stopping them is gonna be rough. That's becoming the difficult thing on the priest with this spec, is that we don't have any real burst. And then again, I don't know if Shadow has a lot of real burst, or just higher sustained damage. Now that we've gotten our mount, and we know what gold we have left for the time being, I've been thinking about trying Shadow spec. The only thing with that is that it would stop us from being able to heal dungeons in the meantime. We could always join dungeons as damage if we end up liking it. But at the same time, I also worry about losing a lot of the survivability that we have as discipline. Remember, we have improved power word shields, so we're able to soak a lot more damage than we might be able to. I need to loot this guy. There we go, but we don't need the tiger. Okay. Some of you guys who know could just tell me, what do you think of Shadow if you've played it? Is it worth the respec cost to try it out? I think respecking the first time will only cost us a single gold, so it's probably not that big of an investment just to be able to try the spec. But after that, it's 5 gold and then 10 gold, and then it's an ever-increasing cost unless you stop respecking for a very long time. I think the cost decreases. Now, I haven't tested that because I had thought that before, and I checked the respec cost on either my warrior or my mage. And it had been a long time since we respect, but the cost had not gone down. So I don't know if my memory of the cost decreasing over time is actually accurate, or if that was something that got added later, post-vanilla. Yes, run that way. I put a bunch of stacks of heavy leather up on the auction house. They were going for 7 or 8 golds a stack of 20. So I put 6 or 7 stacks up there for 6 gold, hoping to sell some of them. But with the time frame that these mails came back, I'm kind of thinking that I just got all the leather returned to me. And once again, we haven't really had any luck selling things on the auction house. That's what I think. Obviously, we'll find out at the end of the episode. We'll hearth back and we'll hit up the mailbox. I'm also realizing that we didn't train level 40 spells, and I'm wondering if that's going to negatively impact us here. It may. Didn't quite see where this guy came from. Obviously, being at level with us, their proximity for aggro is not that far, and they're kind of blending into the earth around here. They literally just kind of blend right into things. Which, in my mind, is an unfair advantage. But it's probably one that they need, because they are goblins. They don't seem to want to drop many more singing blue crystals, though. Let's try to get this guy up here on the hill. I don't think we can dodge that. I think it's a targeted ability. It looks like they're throwing it on the ground, but I think even if we move, it's still gonna hit us. I could be totally wrong about that, obviously, but I just don't think it's a templated ability. There we go. It's 3 out of 10. Yeah, see, if we're not careful, Even if we had the V-bars turned on, it wouldn't pop up until we're right here. That's just out of aggro range, I think. He resisted Shadow Word Pain. Let's spend a second to pull him back here. I didn't like how the one up there was kind of giving us the eye, even though we weren't that close. He looked just ready to jump in and join the fight, so... Look at the respawn rate, though. This guy's already back up, and there aren't any other players around here killing these guys, so... That's kind of an intimidating respawn rate. Let's chill here for a minute. We'll drink to full mana. And maybe we'll be a little bit more careful about getting too deep into this hillside. I don't want to get surrounded, have the guys run away, and then pull a bunch behind us that have respawned suddenly. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this situation. Hey! No, look, we took the damage. Or did we? I'm not sure. Visually, it looked like we moved out of it, but then I thought I saw us take the damage anyway. We are using a new wand today that somebody donated to us. So thank you so much for that. It has stats on it, which I think might be pretty rare with wands. But also, it's a pretty decent damage increase over what we had been using, because we had been using the Thunderwood wand for an incredibly long time. We probably have other gear that is getting dated as well, I just am not sure what all of it is. None of it seems too bad. I mean, obviously it's all like level 30 gear. We have some level 20 boots on that we probably need to get ourselves out of pretty quickly. Our rings are rather weak. Look at this. Hello, how are you? Well, he's pissed. You know what, I might have been wrong. I'm pretty sure we can dodge that. It must be something that targets the ground. For some reason, I just didn't think that would be the case. I'm not sure why. Alright, we'll have to keep that in mind. We can sidestep that initial dynamite toss. Let's take the high ground up here and have a look. Can't really see too much. No, see, it still hit us, right? So maybe we can't avoid it. Probably should keep an eye out behind us, because yeah, they're already respawned back here. I do have to say that the run up here from Booty Bay was much faster. Not a pain at all on our mount. So that's pretty exciting. I'm hoping that the rest of our leveling journey is a lot more pain-free now that we can get around 60% faster. It definitely makes Stranglethorn a lot more enjoyable. I don't know if I've ever had a mount while questing in Stranglethorn. Probably on, I guess on my first warrior back in vanilla, I may have. I must have had a mount for some of the time. I got my mount at level 40 or 41. It wasn't too many levels after 40 that I had to grind to get the mount. So I may have done some questing here on a mount way back on my Tauren warrior. If I did, it wasn't a lot and I don't really remember it. And riding around on a mount here, you know, today was quite a relief. Let's move. This guy is going to come right towards us. We're going to have to mana back up here. I've been flinging some more spells and not relying as much on just our wand and our shields. Part of that is just for a little bit of a change of pace in combat. It probably doesn't make things go too much faster. This one's already back up, so really glad we decided to move off of that hill we were fighting on a second ago. This guy would have respawned right on top of us. Yeah, see, we get hit by it even when we move, so... Alright. Perfect. Well, he'll come back. He'll probably have about 4 more guys with him when he does. But he will be back. Guess we should go ahead and heal ourselves up. Or we could hide behind our shields and then heal ourselves up. Good resist there on our abilities. Just getting resisted pretty often recently. I might have to circle back and grab the talent that stops them from resisting as frequently. Maybe it was only shadow spells. Yeah, look at that. Reduces their chance to resist our shadow spells by a total of 10%. I mean, right there they resisted Mind Blast, but I've also been getting a lot of resist on our holy spell, so I don't know how much that benefits us. Obviously, if we were shadow spec, full shadow spec, then it probably would benefit us quite a bit more. Definitely a talent we would take if we were to respec. Alright, we're getting this ad no matter what. Oh good, he's spawned one of these ads at us. This is amazing because this ad has as much health. Oh good, they've all respawned. We're fucking dead. Oh boy. Let's pop our heal, and let's just run away and we'll hope for the best. I don't know that we're getting out of this alive. We had no mana, and these little ads, these compact harvesters that the one type of enemy spawns, they have the same amount of health as a normal mob at their level. It's not like fighting a pet in retail, where some things have pets and they have really low health. That's not the case. These guys hit as hard as and have the health of a regular mob, so it's just all of a sudden you go from fighting 1 to 2. In our case there, we were fighting 2 and quickly found ourselves fighting 3 or more. Let's go ahead and get our mana back up, and we'll fight this guy for the 3rd or 4th time, since the respawn rate seems to be well and truly out of control. We haven't had too many problems recently with the respawn rate. It was something that I ran into huge issues on my mage, and it hasn't really been too noticeable until right now, recently on the priest. We'll get our buffs up in a minute here, probably be a good idea. Wow, another resist of our Mind Blast. Part of me wonders if we'll ever be able to go back to doing mostly green quest or fighting mostly green enemies. That was how we started this playthrough and what got us off to a really strong start. Obviously all that came to a screeching halt basically as soon as we hit level 30. And it hasn't resumed yet. Some of our elite quests are going green, but that doesn't really help us. We have Bartolo's Yeti for a cloak that's green, but I have to check the price of the Hillman cloak or find the pattern to make it. Last time I checked, it was auctioning on the auction house for 40 gold, and there were no buyout prices. It was just, you could bid, and they were all 40 gold, and that's way too much to pay to complete a quest in my opinion. I would like to see more of their little encampment back here, but every time we work our way back, we get respawns behind us. Kind of stops you from feeling any progression within the area that you're in when you literally are just kind of killing things in circles. It's not as enjoyable as feeling like you're working your way back to the middle of an enemy camp. Oh good, we got 2 anyway. All my attempts to not get that other guy totally failed. We got him anyway. We're getting pounded here by these guys. This is not good. Not particularly enjoyable. I don't want to send them running. Oh good, they just blew through Power Word Shield like it was made out of cheese, basically. Alright. Oh, that didn't even hit this guy. It must have like, what, a 2-yard range? Within 8 yards. It didn't hit this guy and he didn't resist, and I'm pretty damn sure he was within 8 yards. What are they... I don't know. It seemed like it was within 8 yards to me. Maybe Azerothian yards are not as long as the traditional yard, I don't know. Well, we got them. We sure aren't getting many singing blue crystals, but we haven't died yet. Which is something, because for most of the past 2 levels, I've actually just been running around fighting things in Stranglethorn, just whatever. The cats mainly have been a good source of experience and items to sell. But I've been trying to avoid going up against anything that's levels above us, obviously the way that these guys are, so it's good to see that we can still survive an attack from 2 at level or higher enemies. It's sad that the only reason it's happening is really because we're getting a lot of respawns, but well, I thought I could get up there without pulling him, but my depth perception was clearly off. Or his aggro radius is just higher than I'm used to. One or the other. Can't see him, but I promise you that there's an enemy right ahead of us. Now, if I walk up there to loot him, am I going to immediately aggro somebody else? No, and we got our 10th. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this in. For a couple of reasons. The main reason being that I want to train our level 40 skills before I take on any other quest. We do have Skull Splitter Tusk that we can do, which was probably actually in the same general area, but like I said, I really want to get our skills before we do that. Let's sell everything we have. That's right, I'm not doing the Green Hills of Stranglethorn quests. Can sell the Thunderwood. Alright, that will do. Let's turn this in.
Time is money, friend.
Do you have those crystals? I need them. I mean, I need to know the evil venture company is losing ground in Stranglethorn because, you know, we honest folk have a living to make. Great, wonderful. I can get a bundle for these. That venture company sure picked the wrong jungle to mine in, didn't they? We'd all be in better shape if they moved out of here. You've done a good deed this day. It seems like I've just helped you serve your own self-interest, but fine. This is only 32 DPS, so not an upgrade over what we have. Let's take the two-handed mace because it will...
Glad I could help.
It'll sell for more.
Hey, yeah.
Ooh, a gold and 45 silver for a single green item. Now we're talking, that's good.
Have a good one.
Alright, I think what I'm going to do now is I'll fly to Stormwind and we'll train our level 40 abilities. If we get anything interesting, I'll cut back in. I'm not sure if the priest gets anything new at level 40, or if it's just going to be new ranks of existing spells. But we will find out. And once we do that, we will head back and we'll take on the Skull Splitter Trolls, because we need their tusks. So when I got here in Stormwind, I actually spent the first couple minutes running around without my mount. That's how you know you're not used to having a mount, and who knows when we will be used to it. But we do have a mount. And look how much faster it is to get around. Look how good we look. Alright, let's check out our abilities for level 40 and see if we get anything interesting.
Light be with you.
New ranks of feedback and mana burn. Levitate. Divine Spirit rank. Inner Fire, we use that. Shackle Undead, haven't really been using that. New levels of Flash Heal and Renew. Definitely want Smite. Greater Heal, we'll take it. Prayer of Healing, we hardly ever use it, but we'll take it. And yes, I'm being very selective about what we upgrade just to keep our gold. Because we don't have a lot of gold anymore, if you haven't noticed. And a new rank of Mind Blast. So yeah, new Smite, new
Safe
Mind Blast.
travels.
Definitely things that are going to affect our ability to deal damage. We have new Inner Fire. Let's put that out there. New Divine Spirits. Alright, everything else here is good. Flash Heal we don't have out on our main bar, but we do have it over on our healing bar. We can correct that. Heal rank 4, we have it. Prayer of Healing rank 2. And then we need Smite. Smite rank 6. And Mind Blast rank 6. Alright, that should help us out substantially. And I'll think about possibly respecking maybe the next
You need
episode or the
something?
episode after that. Let's see how much it would be. I
Farewell.
think it should only be
Well
1
met.
gold.
Go with honor.
Yeah, 1
friend.
gold's not that much to do it. I'll think about it and see. There wouldn't be a lot of harm in trying Shadow Spec. It would stop us from being able to heal dungeons for a while, which I might want to get a couple runs in. I want to do Scarlet Monastery
Life be with
Cathedral.
you. What can
There's a
I
couple
do
items
for
in there that we could really use. This is a quest for Razorfen Downs. We'll grab that, and if we do RFD, we'll check that quest out then. I think we're going to go ahead and take a break here in Stormwind City. When we come back, we're going to take on the Skull Splitter Trolls. We will possibly be Shadow Spec, but I'm interested to know what you guys think about that. If you've had any experience on a Shadow Priest in Classic, basically just let me know if it's fun. Let me know if it's worth the respecking and kind of learning a new spec, or if we should just stick with what we're doing. So until next time, thank you guys so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. And take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back in Azeroth soon. Bye now.